December 5th, 1872. A ship glides across the Atlantic in perfect condition. There is just one problem. No one is on board. The British brig Dei Gratia spots her drifting between the Azores and Portugal. Sails set, moving with the wind. Nobody at the wheel. The boarding party finds food and water for months. Clothes neatly packed. Valuables untouched. As if everyone simply stood up and walked away. Her name was Mary Celeste. 10 people had been aboard, including the captain's wife and his 2-year-old daughter. All of them gone. For 150 years, this stayed the greatest mystery of the sea. Today we eliminate every theory, one by one, until a single answer remains. Rewind 1 month. November 7th. New York Harbor. The Mary Celeste set sail for Genoa, Italy, carrying 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol. Her captain, Benjamin Briggs, was experienced, respected, and famously sober. He brought his wife Sarah and little daughter Sophia. This was no reckless voyage. Logbook records rough seas and howling winds. The final entry comes on November 25th at 5 in the morning. Land in sight. Then, silence. When found 10 days later, she was 400 miles past that point. The ship had sailed herself across the ocean, with no hand on the wheel. Now the clues. The lifeboat, missing. The navigation instruments, missing. But the captain's logbook, the cargo, and every personal belonging, left behind. Below deck, to the aft-mast, float. Deck, 3.5 feet of seawater. One of the 2 pumps, taken apart. A sounding rod, the tool for measuring flooding, abandoned on deck. And the strangest clue of all, a thick, sturdy rope, snapped clean, hanging over the stern and trailing in the water behind the ship. Theory 1. Pirates. But pirates do not leave cargo, money, and valuables untouched. Nothing was stolen. Nothing at all. Eliminated. Theory 2. Mutiny. Yet there was no blood, no damage, no sign of any struggle. And Briggs was a captain, his crew respected. Eliminated. 2 German brothers in the crew were suspected, because none of their belongings were found aboard. The truth? They lost everything in an earlier shipwreck. Eliminated. Theory 3. Insurance fraud with the rescuers. A British court investigated for months and found nothing. The salvage reward was tiny anyway. Eliminated. Theory 4. A giant sea creature. But no monster takes the lifeboat, the navigation tools, and the captain's papers. Sorry, Kraken fans. Eliminated. Theory 5. A waterspout, or an undersea quake. Possible. But it explains panic, not the whole story. Keep it in mind. We will need it, because here is the clue everyone missed. Of those 1,701 alcohol barrels, exactly 9 were found completely empty. Those 9 barrels were built from red oak, a porous wood that lets vapor seep out. 9 barrels of raw alcohol, evaporating into a sealed, dark hold. Imagine the fumes building for weeks. A strange smell, a rumble from below. On a wooden ship, one spark could mean a catastrophic explosion. Or picture this. The sounding rod gives a false reading. The clogged pump will not work. Briggs suddenly believes his ship is sinking beneath his family. Either way, the decision is the same. Abandon ship. 10 people climb into one small lifeboat, tied to the Mary Celeste by that sturdy rope. The plan was actually smart. Drift behind at a safe distance. Wait. If she does not explode or sink, simply pull yourselves back and climb aboard. But then the wind rises. The Mary Celeste surges forward like a startled horse. The rope stretches, strains, and snaps. The ship sails away without them. 10 people in a tiny boat, hundreds of miles from land. They were never seen again. The eerie part? The Mary Celeste kept sailing for 12 more years. Sailors called her cursed. Crews refused to step aboard her. In 1885, her final captain deliberately wrecked her on a reef near Haiti for insurance money. He was caught. The cursed ship exposed one last crime. So, is the case closed? Almost. No bodies were ever found. The most likely answer is heartbreakingly simple. One careful decision. One snapped rope. Some ships carry cargo. This one carries a question that outlived everyone aboard. Another box, another answer. See you next time. Subscribe for more mysteries.